Hello, welcome to today's rendition of Frightfully Forgotten. So today we're going to do Cigarette Burns, which is directed by John Carpenter. And we were laughing today about how awful this drawing of John Carpenter is. It's pretty...
It's still funny.
Either way, it's funny to look at.
Still funny, yeah.
And this is part of a two-season TV show called Masters of Horror. Famous horror movie directors kind of got together and they each directed an episode. And it's not episodic, where it doesn't tell a big story. It's more of a Tales from the Crypt style, where it's a different story every episode.
Some of them are really fucking weird.
But today we're doing Cigarette Burns by John Carpenter. It was written by two guys who've really done nothing else before, so no need to mention that.
A lot of stuff that I think they started and nothing ever came of it.
We went and looked them up and it was like... not produced, so... But they wrote this, and it's a decent script. It's a really neat concept. Kirby, played by Norman Reedus, is commissioned by this really weird, eclectic guy called Mr. Bellinger, played by the legendary Udo Kier, to find this lost movie, Fin absolute du monde, which translates to the absolute end of the world. It's a legendary lost film. It only had one screening, and in this one screening, it made everyone who witnessed it go insane, and people started killing each other, and they were saying, blood was like just pouring down the aisle of the theater. Speculation of whether or not this movie actually exists or not. A good reason to believe it exists, because there's one other person in the house with them when they have this meeting who can guarantee that it exists. So he's commissioned for $200,000
Yes.
to find this lost movie.
Yeah.
And he needs the money.
His girlfriend is now deceased. His girlfriend's dad
gave him this theater,
gave
him this movie theater.
He has to pay him back, so now he's in the shit for $200,000.
So he goes seeking out this film, and as he gets closer to it, he starts having these weird visions.
Yeah, and he keeps seeing flashes.
Flashes of the cigarette burns, which refers to little cues at the end of a movie reel to change the reel to the next reel.
Right.
As he gets closer to the movie, he starts meeting all these weird people who have also been looking for the movie, who haven't yet found it. But these people are really obsessed with the movie, and it's fucked up their lives, or their lives are fucked up. And basically this shit really hits the fan for him as he gets deeper into the world of this movie.
Yeah, which is kind of cool, because it shows how stuff like this corrupts, I guess.
He does find the movie. He does deliver it to Mr. Bellinger.
Oh, he delivers it all right. That's for sure.
And I believe Mr. Bellinger says, but I want to watch this movie because I want a piece of heaven before I go to hell. So he does end up watching this movie. There is something caught on film in this movie. Something very special caught on film that's never been caught on film before.
Yeah.
That is what makes people go insane when they watch it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to keep that a secret, folks.
But the performances in this movie are kind of bizarre. There's some good performances.
Yeah, Udo Kier is awesome.
Yeah.
Norman Reedus, it's probably one of his first movies that he's done.
Yeah.
And he's green.
He's very green.
He's weak.
He's kind of weak in it, which is, some people may want to hunt us down and shoot us in the head for saying Norman Reedus isn't good in something.
I mean, hey, he's good in The Walking Dead. I like him,
He's good in Boondocks things. But he's not that great in this movie.
Not really,
But he doesn't wreck it. The movie still is good. It just, you can see it being cast better.
Yeah. And the guy who plays the dad, he sucks, too.
He's not that great.
Not all that
great. But Udo Kier, as Mr. Bellinger, he fucking kills it. He owns it.
Takes the cake.
He's so weird. He's so good at playing just a fucking weirdo. Udo Kier was also famous for being in a lot of foreign movies. He was in Suspiria, the famous Argento movie.
Yeah, the Andy Warhol Dracula, which is famous for quite a few things.
I remember when I rented that, thinking it was just a plain old Dracula movie. Yeah,
we didn't even... Did you guys finish watching it?
I remember finishing watching it at one point.
Your mom turned it off.
My mom turned it off because, there's just nothing but tits and sex in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, his mom, that's it. Turned it off.
But I think he steals the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And his death, he's got the best death in the movie.
There's a movie that was done here was shot here in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Called The Editor, which if you
he's
show,
in it too.
Yeah, he's in it too. And I guess if you show a clip of it,
show a clip of even just the poster of the movie.
Yeah, you'll know
what happens to Mr. Bellinger in this movie.
Yeah.
It's a very gory movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood.
A lot of blood in this movie.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's like torturous stuff.
Yeah, it's not just a quick death. It's slow.
Yeah, there's a lot of
deaths.
Yeah. Music was done by his son, Cody Carpenter. And it's every bit as good. You know?
It could have easily just, if you didn't see the credits, you could have think it was done by John Carpenter.
Yeah. And you had mentioned before the theme. Got that piano kind of.
It's a catchy piano little riff.
Yeah. And the fact that there is a theme, which is great. A lot of movies don't have that anymore.
That's my biggest fucking thing about horror movies these days.
Yeah.
Is no theme.
Yeah.
You need a theme to think. You hear that, you think of that movie.
Yeah. And it draws you in too, right? So every time you hear... And the theme plays throughout the movie.
Yeah.
You know, and that's huge. What does the movie really remind you of?
Well, you mean other movies?
Yeah, basically
you take Ninth Gate and 8mm, you squash them together, and you got this movie.
Yeah, and the movie, or this sort of episode is only about an hour long, eh?
Yeah, it's an hour-long piece of television, so probably without commercials and shit, 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah, so it's pretty concise.
Favorite parts of the movie?
Well, if Adam puts the clip up of... the editor, the poster of the editor, that was my favorite part. His too, I think. What about yours?
Mine is the Mr. Bellinger's Asian butler near the end after he witnesses the infamous movie. Infamous?
Infamous?
What he does to himself after seeing this movie is pretty funny.
Yeah.
You want to see the movie?
It's a good plot.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's got a good twist at the end.
It's got a good twist.
Makes you think a bit.
Yeah.
Because the movie could mean a few things. So yeah, if you like Carpenter, if you like Ninth Gate.
If you like Udo Kier.
If you like 8mm.
8mm, which Nicolas Cage.
And Joaquin Phoenix is in it too.
Yeah.
And if you like gore. If you're into the gore.
Yep.
Then definitely check out Cigarette Burns.